These are the times Oscar Piastri humiliated his opponents.
That is no respect for a 7-time world champion. It's a dive bomb move! It's a change of lead!
Look at Oscar Piastri already trying to improve.
Starting with the obvious, where Oscar wasn't just fast, he was ruthless. Oscar was under pressure. Verstappen was flying ahead. And to make things worse, Lewis Hamilton was also in the way. Oscar had to clear Hamilton immediately in order to find Verstappen. But of course, that wasn't easy. I mean, it's Lewis Hamilton. Even his teammate Lando needed multiple attempts to do that.
Lando Norris gets past Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton hasn't given this one up. Around the outside and retake the place. Norris goes through. Lewis Hamilton was happy to let him overtake because he gets him back.
But in Oscar's case, he didn't have the luxury Lando had. He had only one chance. One shot or forget the win. But it turns out that one chance was enough.
And Piastri going very brave to a dirty, dusty part of the racetrack to make the move.
Surgical, clinical, ruthless. Hamilton never saw it coming. Well, this and winning with Ferrari.
This is not good teamwork, that's all I'm going to say.
I come back to you.
In China, I got out of the way when you're on a different strategy.
Understood. We swapped the cars.
Have a tea break while you're at it. Come on.
Later, you'll see the most humiliating thing Oscar did to his opponent. But first, check out what he did in the junior category. 2020 Barcelona, starting 5th. Most drivers would be happy with just a podium. But a 20-year-old Oscar, he had other plans.
Lights out and a bit of wheel spin.
Lightning moves. One by one, he destroyed everyone ahead.
Look at Oscar Piastri already trying to improve.
So much so that by the end of lap 1, he was leading.
Look at Piastri making gains here. This is an incredible start to the race for the driver who started 5th and is now up into the race lead.
From 5th to 1st in less than 2 minutes. And of course, he controlled the entire race after that, buried anyone who tried to pressure him. But guys, those early moves were just practice for what he did to one of F1's brightest stars. Baku 2024, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, a street circuit where one mistake ends your race. Oscar versus Charles Leclerc, Ferrari's golden boy, the driver everyone expected to dominate that weekend. And for most of the weekend, that's exactly what happened. Leclerc was flying, fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying, leading the race. Charles looked untouchable.
Charles Leclerc has the lead in the turn number 1. Oscar Piastri is second.
Everyone was already calling it a Leclerc masterclass. But Oscar, he was watching, studying, waiting for his moment. He knew he had one shot. Against Leclerc on a track suitable for Ferrari, clearly you don't get many opportunities. Lap after lap, Oscar studying Charles's patterns, learning his weaknesses. And then, once all clear, completely out of nowhere, the surprise move came that no one saw coming.
How brave is he feeling on the brakes? It's a dive bomb move! It's a change of lead!
Boom! One perfect move. Championship-level racecraft that left everyone speechless.
This Grand Prix has gone electric! Extraordinary stuff!
Absolute beauty of a move for the lead once again from Oscar Piastri.
Charles couldn't believe it. The Ferrari team was stunned. Where did that come from? But here's where Oscar showed his true class. Once he took the lead for the entire remaining race, Leclerc was right behind him.
Charles Leclerc has something to say about it. The door was closed in Charles Leclerc's face. That's the closest he's been since he lost the lead.
This wasn't just about one overtake anymore. This was about proving he could beat one of F1's future champions. And that too in a straight fight.
Charles Leclerc wants that inside line. He will not be given it. And there's no room to go the long way round.
The pressure was immense. Leclerc in that Ferrari, trying everything he could think of. DRS zones, slipstream, late braking.
But how about into turn 2? Chop across from Piastri. He's still got the lead of that Grand Prix.
But nothing worked. Oscar was reading every move, anticipating every attack. Defensive masterclass in real time.
There's really not much that Leclerc can do here because Piastri is always taking the inside and then having the stopping power. He's good on the brakes.
Lap after lap after lap. Leclerc getting more and more frustrated. The hunter becoming the hunted.
Look at these two in the land of fire, driving that matches.
But while he was frustrated, Oscar still the same as always, ice cold, like he was born for this pressure. Now, sure, he was in a super fast McLaren, but when that checkered flag finally came, Oscar had done more than just beat Charles Leclerc. He had dominated him, psychologically and physically. Made a Ferrari driver look helpless on a track suitable for Ferrari.
Oscar Piastri wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Man, that wasn't just racecraft, that was mental warfare. But along with that, Oscar also gave one very important message. Subscribe. Had to do it, guys. Can't help myself. But now at number 2, Oscar made the move that surprised everyone, especially since who he made it against. It was Miami GP. The stakes couldn't be higher. Oscar versus the legend Max Verstappen, 4-time world champion who rarely makes mistakes.
And the Miami Grand Prix is underway!
Everyone knew how impossible it was to overtake Max. The guy's simply untouchable.
It's Max Verstappen holding the lead, but he locks up!
Even Lando admitted it in an interview. It's impossible to overtake Max. He's just too good.
You know, Max just doesn't have a weakness.
The entire paddock agreed. You don't beat Verstappen in a straight fight. It just doesn't happen. But Oscar, he wasn't so amused hearing that. And he gave that look.
But it's really, it's just the way it is with Max.
That cold, calculating look that said, "Watch me." For laps, Oscar was studying Max, learning his patterns, waiting for the perfect moment.
We'll go back to the battle for the lead because we're going to go side by side again. Max Verstappen positioning the car.
And then it happened.
It's late on the brakes for Max Verstappen. He keeps the lead for the moment, but Piastri powers by, and Oscar Piastri takes the lead.
A tiny gap that lasted maybe half a second, but that was enough. Oscar overtook and won the race. This wasn't just about one overtake. This was about proving he belonged with the absolute best, about showing the world that the future had arrived. He didn't just attack, he outsmarted the smartest driver on the grid.
I just had to bide my time and pick my moment properly, and eventually that came.
Calculated, clinical perfection. Verstappen couldn't believe it.
Brakes are obviously useless.
He'd just beaten the best driver, made him look ordinary. When he crossed that finish line as the race winner, the entire F1 world knew there's a new sheriff in town.
Oscar Piastri wins the Miami Grand Prix. 3 Grand Prix victories in a row.
But now, out of all things shown earlier, here's the most humiliating thing Oscar did to his opponent. And of course, did it to none other than his own teammate twice. Monza 2024. This wasn't just any race, this was Lando's championship fight. Lando was desperately fighting Verstappen for the title. Every single point was crucial, his dream on the line. The entire McLaren team knew this. Everyone in the paddock knew this. This was Lando's moment. But Oscar, he didn't care. At the race start, Oscar saw an opportunity and didn't hesitate even for a second.
As the McLarens are side by side, and Oscar Piastri's going all the way around the outside to take the lead with a bold and brilliant move.
When Lando needed him most, Oscar struck.
Yeah, I would have just braked a bit later if I needed to. It is what it is. Oscar drove a good race.
Ruthless, cold-blooded, he stole points from his own teammate when it mattered most to him. And if you thought that was brutal, Oscar wasn't finished. Canada 2025, same scenario. But this time, of course, Lando fighting for the championship against Oscar himself.
The top 2 in the World Championship side by side, heading into the final chicane.
Both drivers were on the edge, pushing to the max. But Lando was a bit quicker, so naturally everyone thought Lando would overtake Oscar sooner or later. But as you might know, that never happened.
Norris thinking about it to the inside. Lando Norris with the move of the hairpin. Piastri tries to fight back. The crowd on their feet in the grandstand.
After some tries and frustration, Lando made a cheeky move, hoping it'll stick. Heightened pressure moment. It looked like Lando would now definitely take the place. But Oscar, still no problem, no pressure, didn't even flinch.
Late on the brakes for Piastri. Does he make the corner? He does, but he's compromised, and Norris can't fight his way by.
He defended well, placed the car perfectly on the next turn, forcing Lando to make a mistake.
We go to turn 1. No, he's ripped off the front wing. The McLarens collide. Lando Norris into the wall and out of the race.
No mercy. No loyalty, just pure selfish ambition. You can see it in his eyes. He's not afraid to destroy anyone, even if it's his own teammate.
No friends, only enemies.
But even after all that, guys, there are still some things no one knows about Piastri, like the time when Oscar revealed he wants to be an astronaut, or his secret skill that makes him wanted by every F1 team. So, to know more about this, just click this video right here.